So here you can see the beater I've had for years. This thing's been out in the rain, under the welder, under the sun, under the fires. It's got some beating. It still goes.
Fishing license.
It's been through Jake. It runs at 600 megahertz all the time now. Something's wrong with the speed step in it. It might be all the metal shavings on the board. I don't know, but we're going to build not its replacement, but what I'm not going to abuse with this base laptop here.
You say that now.
And we're probably going to take some parts off of it too, because we're missing some. In today's upgrade, we got 2 gigs of RAM, which I've never even had in a laptop.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
We've got a Seagate 240 gigabyte hard drive that looks like it was in a cum dumpster.
That was in the cum dumpster. I owned that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then we've got this Western Digital. It's a 120 gigabyte Scorpio hard drive, which is the maximum hard drive that the BIOS and these things can recognize. And the graphics card we'll be using today is not the GeForce 4200, not the 5200, not the 5200, but the 5650 FX. Yeah! I finally got one of these! So while we got this thing open showing the graphics card, first what we're going to do is I'm taking this keyboard and replacing it because, well, I got a new old stock keyboard that's got a joystick I like a little better. I actually have these and could replace them, but might as well have this laptop with a brand new keyboard. And by new, I mean old, but new old. And before we put her back together, we're replacing the LCD because we're going full resolution. Before we completely install this LCD, let's make sure it works. It works! Alright. Pop the battery, or the power. Does it still work? Good. Alright, so we need to upgrade the RAM. We need to find a battery. We need to put a network card in here, and we need to find these panels. Let's go check out the parts bins. Oh, I remember back when that was my laptop back panel. Remember when that was the back of my laptop? No. Oh, I've only had 70. Oh, that one's in really good shape. Okay, so we're going to actually take parts out of this guy to put in here to get it running. And by that I mean network card and panels, if they're in good enough shape. And this guy has a dial-up modem with drivers, so we can download drivers for a new network card in this later. Well, now I got all these cards to play with to throw in that one, I guess, huh? So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to stick with this till I buy another Insprion 8600 and I'll put the nicer board in here. Now to get our totally legit copy of Windows. See, it's so legit that the case falls apart when you open it up, just like the real Windows. Because Windows comes in a plastic case like this. Wesley, we have full registered memory. Oh yeah, 128 megs of video memory. Let's turn that keyboard click on because I need it. Hey, maybe I should get the Bluetooth controller for this thing too. I wonder how much that cost. If it's under $10, I'll do it. Seriously. This is what it looks like when you boot a legitimate copy of Windows XP, guys. I bought this at the Windows XP 2005 store, which I actually pirated this bought this in 2005.
Yeah, I bought this in 2017.
So we've got it installing over here now. I got the hard drive from here, and I have an Apple disk drive in here because apples and Dells go together, like bananas and oranges and pears or something, I don't know. But I've been having issues with this OS only installing on some computers, and I finally figured it out. I took the 1 gig stick of RAM out of here, and it's got a 512 meg stick in it now. Now it's on 512 megs. this installs. This installer can't handle large RAM capacities. And I never noticed it as a problem before back in the day, because when I started using XP, I had, 128 megs of RAM, 256. It took me a long time to get to a gig. I didn't have a gig of RAM till 2010. That's when I first got a gig of RAM. You can tell you're installing a legitimate OS when you have to, the terms of service is your product key, press F8 to agree. Okay, so now we're at the part of the show where we're downloading drivers and getting software ready. We got our flash drive plugged in over here. We got, the system's actually running at full clock. This laptop was actually retired for a while and replaced a D600 because it would not clock over 600 megahertz, and it is running great right now. It's fantastic. I got tons of power. I'm using 20% CPU, and I got a gig and a half of RAM in it. It's running really smoothly. I'm gonna get these drivers real snappy and drink my grape crush. Oh, actually, I thought I bought generic. I bought the real grape crush. By the way, so I was thanking for the hard drive in here. Let's go a little overkill. Seagate laptop thin solid state hard drive, 500 gigabytes. That ought to make it a little snappy, right? I just got done smashing a newer Insprion in half. Let's take its high-speed hard drive and put it in this one. What's really nice is having a fully functioning laptop like this to find drivers for the other one, and there's all these variants in the hardware at Dell, is I know we've had a pretty little of a doubt what's going to be in here is what's going to be in here, because this is the variant that has all the same ports and stuff, because I never get the ones that are missing the parallel. And so like I know I'm going to be looking for a Broadcom. I thought I was. I know what the graphics processor is, and I've already got most of the drivers downloaded. So this hard drive is only going to be a temporary solution for the laptop. This hard drive bay is. I want to buy one specifically for this. It's not all beat up. But for now, the hard drive will be permanent. Because what'll be nice is I can take my tiny screwdriver I can't find. There it is. I can use this SSHD, and if it truly has performance like a solid state, well, guess what? I'm going to disable the swap virtual memory on this drive, and it'll only run on this drive, which hopefully isn't overly restricted due to the IDE, but still it should have a good random access, which RAM needs random access, and these should still have at least the same bandwidth, because it's IDE, and so the linear rate will be slow, but the random access will be good, in theory, if the solid state part of this actually works. Well, that's pretty interesting. It seems to have worked without any special drivers, and it's got my Windows installation on it still. I doubt this will work without display drivers, but let's see if WinFlip 3D will work. That'll be a... Yeah. Okay, so we are ready for the graphics card driver installation. I'm kind of curious to see what this is like, so I'll let you see it too. I've never installed the drivers for this. I've installed plenty of drivers here before, but I've never done a 5600. Damn! So I'm starting to get things how I like it. Starting to feel very nice and comfortable in early 2000s-y. And we're going to open up a copy of Steam that I backed up many years ago to see what happens. Let's see if I can still log in Steam and XP. It is 2019. The second month of. So let's see if I can get Steam online. So now it's time to see if this 5650 is any better than the 5200. It's gonna be, but let's see. Well, I'd say the end result is I got a nice graphics card in here. Oh my god! This demo's running horrible on the right laptop.
Come on, man. Step out.
What the fuck? Where'd I get shot from? I didn't see you. Were you in a vent?
I shot you from an air vent, motherfucker.
I thought I crawled through that vent. Hello? Wow. I sound so cool.
Damn it! Ah! Fuck! Shit! Fuck you! Okay, now let's go. Oh, you sneaky bastard.
Bitch!
Oh, you got my ass! What, do you not have any extra batteries?
I did not want to change weapons, what the fuck? His car kind of is penis shaped too. I don't even see fire is the worst part. It's just glowing and smoking a little.
Harold, is it flopping enough for you?
Did you... Is it flopping enough for you now? It'll go out eventually. Wait, I want to see what happens. Unfreeze it. Ow! It killed me! It's the worst! It's the worst! Is that supposed to be part of the steering setup? What the fuck?
The saw blade is attached to nothing right now because it's going to be the main steering. And I think it'll be on fire forever now, so thanks for that.
Okay. Would you like me to restart the fire?
I don't care at this point.
Let's make it bigger. Let's just burn everything. We're gonna burn it all. In fact, I'll burn myself with it. It's crushing me! On repeat! You know, I think my force limits are set wrong. Oh, that's right. The motor tool just won't work for me.
Yeah, it doesn't work for me either. I think I just need to make an axis.
I'm gonna die! Oh!
Your cat was on top of that television, that's why it's wobbling.
What? Spawn a bunch of right top me and I saw it. Like how you did before, they had the body flying in one of your videos.
I don't know.
Spawn them on me.
Okay.
Our body's not flying?
Can't fucking swear. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Look all around you. Should be 360. Nightmare.
I can't. It won't load all of it.
One man, one revolver, on one mission, not get blown the fuck up the instant he walks outside.
I gotta drop this. Yeah.
Ah! Everything will die! This is the purge! This is the purge! This is the purge! Everything will die! Everything will die! I never died, but I sure did respawn. Oh my god, this laptop takes it so poorly. Alright, who's ready to really die? Ha ha ha. Crack cocaine! Kills everyone! Yeah?
Stop it! You're making me drop the hell. I'm only getting 276. Stop it!
What?
I'm only getting 206 frames a second. Stop!
Ah! Where's the nuke? I need to run from it. I don't see it. I'm dead.